This instructional video will help you learn and master each movement before advancing to the follow-along version. Pause and rewind often, and move on only when you feel confident. Welcome to week 2 of Primal 7's Lower Back and Sciatic Nerve series. I'm Jenna Ellis, physical therapist for Primal 7. As a reminder, the purpose of this series is to help improve spinal flexibility, re-educate muscles surrounding the lower back, core muscles, and hips to engage properly, reduce tension on the sciatic nerve, and finally, put these all together to work on achieving full range of motion of the spine with proper movement mechanics. In this video, we will use 7 exercises, and we'll also learn to maintain the alignment we found in session 1 through continuous active motion. Our training format is changing from timed holds to repetitions, and our focus is on maintaining our alignment as we go through a larger range of motion. Our band will be set at mid-shin, the rings will be locked, and the safety covers for the band release levers will be pulled all the way up. The purpose of preparation is first to do a quick alignment check and to practice stacking all the joints of the body in proper alignment for efficient movement. Second, to increase range of motion in all the areas that we train. And finally, to increase circulation so that our body is warm and ready to work. In this sequence, we will use the T-spine twist to open up the chest and create space in the upper and middle spine. Second, back bends to increase spinal extension and help reduce tension on the sciatic nerve. And finally, the hamstring stretch to create flexibility and space in the back of the leg. We will start with the T-spine twist for 5 repetitions on each side. To set up for your T-spine twist, you'll come into the band and place it right underneath your shoulders. Come into your primal lean right after that. Hands will be gently resting on green. From here, you'll sweep your right arm out to the side, squeezing your shoulder blades back. We'll do 5 reps on the right side and then switch to 5 reps on the left. Make sure while you're doing this, your butt's squeezed nice and tight and you're not sagging your hips. Keep your nice diagonal line. Also, make sure your eyes are staying fixed on the anchors ahead. One other thing to look out for is that your hips aren't twisting from side to side as you're performing your reps. After you're done with 5 reps on each side, you'll come back to center and you're already set up for your back bend. To get set up for your back bends, you'll turn around and face the anchors and then place the band underneath your shoulders. Your feet will be about a hip's width apart and you'll come into your ears to ankle alignment. From here, make sure that your butt is squeezed nice and tight and you're not sagging and your knees are straight. Then you'll reach your arms all the way up until the biceps are on the outside of your ears. Your eyes can follow your hands up as well. We'll do 5 reps. Make sure that you're breathing and not holding your breath while you're doing this exercise. Also, make sure your knees are nice and straight. This will feel like you're stretching out after a really long car ride. After you're done with your 5th back bend, you'll walk to the door and turn around. Then you'll put your left foot underneath you and place your right heel in the band. You'll then be set up to start your hamstring stretch. Gently put your hands behind green. Then you'll slide your right heel down and out until you feel a good stretch in the back of your right leg. You can use your hands to push out a little bit more on the green straps if you want a little bit of a bigger stretch. Make sure you're keeping your hips nice and centered and not swaying side to side. Also, make sure that you're breathing deeply and evenly. Don't hold your breath. With each rep, try to go just a little bit further than you did last time. After you're done with 5 reps on the right, you'll return the foot to the ground and then switch sides. You'll do 5 reps on the left. After you've finished your 5 reps on the left, you either go back to round 2 of the T-spine twist, or you walk the band all the way out and place it at your hips. You'll then be set up for your next exercise, the Superman with opposite arm, opposite leg reach. In week 1, our goal was to learn how to maintain perfect alignment while holding it in one specific position. In this week's training section, we will continue to learn how to use that perfect alignment while moving between start and end positions of an exercise. Our goal is to feel how our body behaves and moves during our motion. In this sequence, we will use the standing Superman reach, but we'll build upon what we learned last week by adding in an arm and opposite leg reach to further activate our lumbar spine extensors and aid in upright posture. Second, we will use bridging to continue to strengthen our lower body and core muscles. We will start with standing Superman reaches for 5 reps on each side. To get set up for your Superman opposite arm and opposite leg reach, you'll place the band around your hips and come into your primal lean. It's helpful to first center your right foot underneath your body just a little bit more for balance. Keep your abs in tight and your butt squeezed. From here, you'll reach your right arm up overhead and then your left leg back. We'll do 5 reps on one side and then switch to the left arm and the right leg for 5 reps there as well. Make sure when you're doing this, you keep your abs nice and tight and your butt squeezed. We don't want you going slack in your abs and overextending at your lumbar spine. Also, make sure that your gaze is about 10 feet in front of you for extra focus. After you're done with 5 reps on that last side, you'll come out of the band and lay flat on the ground. Then you'll put your heels in the band with your knees straight. You'll then be set up to start your bridging. To get set up for the bridge, you'll lay flat on your back and put your heels in the band, about a hip's width apart. Squeeze your butt, keep your abs nice and tight. From here, flatten your back against the floor. This will be your starting position. Then you'll lift your hips up off the floor, pause for a second, and then return to start. We'll repeat this 5 times. If it all is putting too much strain on your lower back, stop, reset, keep your abs nice and tight, and then lift up just a little bit lower than you did before and see if that helps. Again, with each rep, when you come back down, make sure you're flattening your back against the floor to reset and find your abdominals again. After you've finished 5 reps, you'll either stand back up and get ready for opposite arm, opposite reach, Superman reaches, or you'll come out of the band, lay flat on the floor, and put your hands just outside shoulder width apart. From there, you'll be set up for your COBRA press-ups. The purpose of restoration is to cool down and to give the muscles we worked a chance to relax. Second, to improve our lumbar spine flexibility in extension. And finally, to give gravity a chance to help take some tension off our sciatic nerve. In this sequence, we will use a COBRA press-up to help improve spinal extension and also to help gently push our disc back into place. And finally, we will do a prone lay to help promote relaxation and also to help put ourselves in good spinal alignment. We will begin with the COBRA press-ups for 5 reps. To get set up for your COBRA press-up, you'll lay flat on the floor on your belly. Squeeze your butt and you'll put your hands just outside your shoulders. Then, using your arms, press your chest away from the floor, just as high as you are comfortable with your lower back. We'll repeat this for 5 reps. When you're doing this, make sure you root your shoulders down and back. We don't want your shoulders eking up towards your ears, creating tension on your neck. Also, keep your chin tucked, keeping your spine in good alignment. After you're done with your 5th press-up, fold your hands one on top of the other and then lay your forehead down on them. You'll be set up for the prone lay for 30 seconds. To get setting up for laying prone, you'll lay flat on your belly and cross your hands one on top of the other. Then you'll rest your forehead right directly on top of your hands. Breathe deeply for 30 seconds. If laying flat on the floor is too much for you, you can always fold up a towel or a blanket and place it underneath your hips. After the first week, we'd like you to try to completely take away that towel and lay flat again. After 30 seconds is up, sit on up and take a deep breath. Avoid bending forward so that you're not reversing the action that we just did of helping push the discs back into place. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. With the restoration complete, take this time and compare how your body feels with last week. Were you able to get into a better position during some of your exercises today? Or did you feel less tension on your lower back or your sciatic nerve? Over the course of this next week, continue to practice zipping up your abdominals before you go to pick something up from the floor. Think zipped up abdominals, flat back, hinge at your hips. Then squeeze your butt to come back up to stand. Our emphasis today on maintaining spinal alignment while increasing our range of motion and maintaining core stability is priming our lumbar spine and our hips for the next level of training. Rarely do we ever move in one plane of motion. So, by adding a few subtle movements into today's exercise routine, it's helping our brain remember how to stabilize our body for future activities. In the next part of this series, we will focus on using the exercises and techniques we learned in today's session to work on increasing our work output by improving our core stability, strength, and endurance. Remember, you can return to any part of this series at any time you need. The focal points continue to matter regardless of what modes of exercise you're using, whether it be in the Primal 7 unit or anywhere else. Great job today, and keep up the good work.